Hello, good morning world. I'm Doc Moyo and you're watching WELFIE. If you're like me, every morning you have some sort of ritual. One for me is putting on a pot, putting on a nice kettle of hot water, getting ready for some tea or some coffee. But I'm adding something new to my morning ritual, which is taking my blood pressure. I'm 35. As you can see, I'm an African male. And this is important for all of us to do, but it's also important for people like myself to do because blood pressure and high blood pressure can be a silent killer. So if you're not checking, you don't know what your blood pressure is. And I mentioned my demographics to highlight that the demographic that I'm in, we're at higher risk for heart disease, higher risk for high blood pressure. So it's important that we be checking our blood pressure every day. So I'll be sharing with you my daily blood pressure. I'll be entering it in on WELFIE.com. And I encourage you to do the same. So if you don't have a blood pressure machine or blood pressure cuff at home, check your blood pressure when you're at the grocery store. Check your blood pressure when you're at the pharmacy. Definitely check the blood pressure when you're at your doctor's or at your hospital. And even if a family member has a blood pressure cuff, just ask them to use it when you're over at their place. So here we go, day one. Let's see where I'm at. A couple of things that you should think about when you're checking your blood pressure. I mentioned doing it every day. Try to do it at the same time of day. I'm doing it in the morning, making it part of my morning ritual. So whether I'm getting home from work or whether I'm sitting down first thing in the morning to have my cup of coffee, this is a great time to try to check my blood pressure. Things I recommend, be seated, don't cross your legs. Be seated for at least 2 minutes. We prefer about 5 or so, just so that's the blood pressure sort of stabilized and we get a good reading. And don't be doing anything stressful. So maybe don't be checking your email while you're checking your blood pressure. Just try and relax, have that cup of coffee, have that cup of tea, have that glass of water, which I recommend first thing in the morning to get hydrated. So here we go. You want to put the blood pressure cuff on your upper arm. There are some that go around the wrist, which are great as well. But I prefer one on the upper arm. They seem to be a little more accurate to me. You can get a home blood pressure machine that's automatic. These are a little easier to use when you're rolling solo. And just rest your arm on something. You want it about the same height as your heart. And simple as that. We'll see what we get. So my number, 132/83. So I have high blood pressure. The numbers here aren't lying. And when making the diagnosis of high blood pressure, there's a couple of things you should think about. One value isn't enough. So sometimes you go to a health fair, you check your blood pressure, it comes back high. It doesn't mean you have necessarily the diagnosis outright, depending on what that number is. What we recommend is that you check your blood pressure at least 2 to 3 times in a similar setting on different days. So as I mentioned, I'll be checking my blood pressure here every day. So if tomorrow it's the same thing and the day after that it's the same thing, that diagnosis is made. And the question is, once you know the numbers and you know the diagnosis, what are you going to do about it? For me, it's all about fun. So it's about fitness, understanding what I need to do in my day-to-day to make sure that I'm putting my health first. And then it's about nutrition. What am I eating that could be causing my blood pressure to be high? Is it too many cups of coffee? Is it too much alcohol? Is it too much salty food? Is it not enough exercise? And then also the things that put you at risk. Is it who you are, where you're from, and the environment that you're in? So this is a number that I'll be working to get down. You can follow that journey here at WELFIE.com or at WELFIE.com on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. But it's a journey that millions of Americans are on. And it's a journey that I want to help millions of Americans succeed at, getting to that place where their blood pressure is nice and normal, getting to that place where their heart health is improved. So I'll be on that journey myself. I'll be on that journey with you. And I'll be tracking all of my blood pressures, my blood sugars, my weight over at WELFIE.com. So please check that out because it can be a tool for you as well, not only to be educated about your health, but get engaged in your health. So here we go, the journey begins.